Welcome to Check Out California 3x10. I'm Craig Sullivan, your host, and today I'm joined by Jennifer Johnson at the Padre Hotel in beautiful Bakersfield, California. Jennifer, would you give our audience a little bit of your background, please?
Sure. I've been here in Bakersfield as well as at the Padre Hotel for the past 8 years. I'm very passionate about hospitality and working with a really dynamic and diverse team of people. And I'm looking forward to seeing the growth and changes of downtown Bakersfield along with the Padre Hotel.
There you go. Sounds wonderful. Tell us about the hotel. How many keys? What are the amenities you have here?
Sure.
Some of the advantages and something special about the hotel.
Okay, so the Padre Hotel has 112 rooms. There's 5 different room types with 2 different types of suites. And it was originally built in 1928, so it's one of the oldest buildings in Bakersfield. And it was renovated and reopened in 2010 to what you see now. And it kind of kickstarted the downtown revitalization of Bakersfield. So we're very proud of that and very honored for that little role that we've played in Bakersfield.
Big role in revitalization. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. For amenities, we have really 5 unique food and beverage venues. So you really don't even need to leave the hotel if you don't want to, because there's something for everyone. If you're staying more than one night, you can have a different experience every day. We've got the Pharmacy Cafe that we're here in right now, which serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. We've got the Belvedere Room, which is a fine dining room for dinner. Brimstone Bar, which is behind us, which is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. And then we've got the Prospect Bar and Lounge, which is open on the weekends and sometimes for special events during the week as more of a dance and nightclub type of setting. And then on the second floor, we have our Prairie Fire Outdoor Lounge, which serves a full menu and is typically open on the weekends during the summer and open every day of the week once the weather gets a little more friendly.
Yeah, it was almost 95 degrees when we pulled in this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little warm. I'm sorry, 112 rooms here?
Yes.
So and 5 different types. That's great. I mean, the variety there. So you've got something for everybody. The executive from an oil company, a family coming in, the single traveler that's coming in either for pleasure or for business. So now you've been with Eat, Drink, Sleep and the Padre Hotel for 8 years, which is phenomenal. What was your first job and what was that progression like to becoming the general manager here?
The progression felt very fast for me, which I love, but I started as a front desk agent, and I really didn't know anything about hotels. I really hadn't been exposed to very many at that point in my life, but I wanted something that was really fun, and walking into the lobby,
there you go.
I immediately fell in love with it, and I hadn't even started working here yet. So I really, really wanted to work here, and so I got hired as a front desk agent, and that's a position that is super involved and super dynamic. So I already had insight into how the other departments operated pretty early on. And I kind of climbed the ladder as fast as I could. I became a front desk supervisor, a front desk manager. I became a hotel manager. I worked really closely with the food and beverage department because it is such a massive part of our operation. I was an assistant general manager for a little while and then became the general manager. About 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. Now, another hallmark that I've seen, this is the 4th hotel we've been at for Eat, Drink, Sleep. And there is a narrative thread that runs through all of their hotels where their teams are engaged, smiling, happy to see you. And you all have a sense of a pride and ownership of being here. That, every day is different. Every day is going to be unique because of the guests that are arriving and departing and everything that flows in between. And having 5 food and beverage operations that are all different and bringing a different experience is very unique and says a lot about your managerial skills and working closely with the F&B director. I see a lot of hotels have issues with just one F&B component, and some of our hotel brethren just don't get the F&B components, where obviously you and Eat, Drink, Sleep do. So congratulations, you've got a marvelous team here. So this is a beautiful hotel. I'm going to take this just a little bit longer. I want to ask another question. Tell us about the architecture here in this hotel.
Well, when it was originally constructed in 1928, it was, I believe, the first and only Spanish Revival building in Bakersfield. And it was really the only hotel, I think, stretching to Los Angeles that had air conditioners for a while. When that was a big deal, I found an old brochure, and the big tagline was, "We have air conditioning." So it was Spanish Revival, and the rooms were really, really small. So when Eat, Drink, and Sleep purchased it and came in, and they really wanted to preserve as much of the historic architecture as they could.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of clean lines, which is what, Eat, Drink, and Sleep, their properties down in San Diego are very modern and clean and crisp. Yeah. So there's a combination of that and a lot of the more decadent Spanish style. And you find it throughout the rooms, you find it in the hallways, and especially here in the lobby in the restaurants.
Lobby's beautiful. Big wow factor when you walk in the door here. Yeah. Big wow factor.
They did end up, of course, because the size of the rooms when it was originally built just wouldn't work for modern needs. So they did expand the size of the rooms, which means they ended up reducing the number of rooms that it used to have, but it still has the 8 floors, and they really tried to play up on the reputation that the Padre Hotel had back in its heyday, which was always kind of rebellious, really fun. It really towed the line on, what people thought was really cool, but also, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, we're down to our last 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I want to ask you my final question. What keeps you and your team motivated?
I think it's the guests. We have such a wide array of guests coming from different places and different backgrounds, and we have a lot that are corporate travelers, so we see them every week, and this is their home away from home, so we really want to make it an experience that they look forward to. And then we have a lot of people who are traveling, from the UK and just going up to the Sequoias or down to Los Angeles, and this is kind of a representation of how they view the United States or California. So we really get an opportunity every day to make so many different impressions, and when we bring somebody onto the Padre Hotel team, the biggest question is, do you like to take care of people? And, how would you do that? So that's our focus.
Thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Hello, and thank you for watching Check Out California 3x10. My name's Ryan Huntsman, and I'm with Chicago Title Company in Newport Beach, California. We listen to Check Out California 3x10 for information on our industry's most respected leaders. Here at Chicago Title's National Division, we pride ourselves in keeping up with the pulse of our markets. We're not just advocates for our clients during active transactions, but we're also very handy and resourceful for research, data, documentation, and much more. So please reach out to me directly, Ryan Huntsman, at 949-351-4929 to discuss how we can provide value to your business. And don't forget to ask me about our inventory of off-market leads from recently canceled escrows. We currently have some great opportunities that we'd love to share with you.